that was extra as fuck. But what's going on is Young Larry, aka the motherfucking Oh God. And we're back again with a review for a DMV artist. That is right, local out this bitch. IDK. IDK, if you were unaware, I believe he is PG County? I believe PG County? So like on the precipice of DC and Maryland, had a fucking phenomenal project in Subtract that came out in 2015 that I missed and did not catch until, I believe, the early part of 2016, like the very beginning, like January. And I'm like, I was so mad because it was so good. The concept was so good. And going forward, I got to see him perform, and the cat is really out here. His energy is phenomenal. His approach to rap is something that I believe is more common than I give it credit, because when I was talking to him, he said that he was bumping a lot of Uzi and shit at the time, and I'm like, but nigga, you rap like, you know how to fucking rap. He's just like, they do their thing and I do mine. I'm like, I can respect that. So I've been really hyped to see what he put forth after that. And the project, Empty Bank, is 15 tracks long. And the concept overall, another concept album, is money. He actually has Ben Franklin on the cover with the rope around his neck, sitting on top of a whip. And I think when they did an interview, Ben said, I felt really awkward that whole time. But he's talking about how money shapes our lives and ultimately has control over us. And he has this thing going on throughout the project from start to finish. The first opening song being Mr. Mills. At the end of that, you hear a familiar voice. If you are a Baltimore nigga, Maryland nigga, you hear a familiar voice. And it is none other than Kane fucking Carter. When I heard that shit, bro, I freaked out. I was not ready. Man, because I haven't heard from Kane in a grip. So to hear him on JIDK's project and making that Maryland connection, oh, I was hyped as shit. Oh goddamn. And he's playing this this debt collector, Brian Arsenal. He's like, hey, guess what? And he's like, you know, you can't. His humor is fucking hilarious. And he pops up through various parts of the project, talking about how he owes $30,000 to a record company and how he owes $243, I think, to his phone bill or some shit like that. Ultimately tells him he's got a tax lien, which is more important than all his other shit. And it made me actually want to go and figure out what some of that stuff was. I have no idea how tax liens work. That name made it sound scary. I won't be nowhere near that, and I gotta start pulling loans out soon, so we about to find out. But as far as the project goes, outside of Kane's appearance, which is greatly appreciated, JIDK is a spitter. This nigga can rap. He sticks within the concept, throwing in money metaphors and things of that nature here and there. The main thing I enjoy about dude is his flows, vocal inflection, and his lyrics. Unfortunately, I stopped fucking with this one for a little bit. After my first listen, I wasn't enthralled or sucked up into it. And again, I think it's because there were a lot of projects out at the time. So I think about 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, I came back to it and it started to click. One joint line I really fuck with heavy off of Priorities Part 1, when he's talking about how his producer just had a kid, and due to the fact that he can't really pay dude right now, homie not sending beats and he's trying to focus his attention somewhere else. And the line goes, I am not Michael Phelps. I cannot win with my eyes closed all by myself. Like, that's just kind of dope. I like that. But beyond that, you got Shit That Pops, Mr. Mills, Boy's Innocence, My Wallet featuring Michael Christmas, Saba, and another cat whose name I forget. I'm here for Posse Cuts. I need Posse Cuts to make a fucking comeback. Saba is that nigga. Michael Christmas, who I'm just now getting into, is that nigga, like hardcore getting into, is that nigga. And this other guy was pretty dope too. My Wallet, Priorities Part 1, Priorities Part 2. News Recast, which I think is an Adult Swim single as well, which was really dope. And She Blocked Me, which is just him talking about how I think this chick he's low-key obsessed with is just like, oh, so you're just going, okay, I'm just, basically all the crazy shit you hear, well, not crazy shit, all the questionable shit as you hear cats talk about when they start beating over chicks, yeah, that's in that song. That's in that song. And I think it goes back to that money thing, because he may have been kicking out racks to shorty and, you know, tricking a little bit, and then she blocked him. I think she got the money. So it's just like, okay, I see you. At the end of it all, another short one. I fuck with the project. I am gonna have to sit with it a little bit so I can figure out every point of the concept. But knowing JIDK and his affinity for concept albums, which I hope is something he continues to do as he progresses and he's blowing up, like little by little, he is blowing the whole fuck up. This nigga still, when he stops retweeting the shit that I actually tag him in, that's when I know he's out there, because he don't got time. But for right now, JIDK, Empty Bank. You need to go pick that up. If you are not familiar with JIDK, I would say pick up Subtrap first, then come back to this. I think the concept of Subtrap was done a little bit better than this one, but it's also, I don't know, I think it was also a little bit more unique, because the money concept is not overdone, but it's something we've all kind of been, you know, as a rap fan, you've been hit with the money concept before. With Subtrap, it was more, I think that was more tailor-made to that nigga, and he transformed it and made it into something totally creative. But this is still a good project. I'm just saying, start there and then work your way up to here. Once you have his once you have his model for concept albums together, come back to this, and I think you'll enjoy it just as much. JIDK, Young Larry, aka the motherfucking L God, Empty Bank. Go pick that up. It's a good piece of work. Until next time, though. Follow us, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the whole nine. If you don't like what I'm saying, do not agree, think JIDK is not that great, well, guess what? We can talk about that. I'm here for open discourse, discussion, conversation. Have I said until next time? If I haven't, say it again. Until next time! It's been Young Larry, aka the motherfucking L God. That's like mad corny, but hold that up.